guys, it's me again, Ruowen Huang. Guess I'm trying to catch up to my episode because I've been so lazy for a while. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today, I want to talk about Parkinson disease. Actually, I meant to talk about this 2 weeks ago, but I guess it's not meant to be. So, before I begin, let me introduce myself. So what happened when you talk so much? My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today, I want to talk about Parkinson disease. While back, I guess, a couple of weeks back, I was talking about all kind of disease. Well, I actually don't know all kind of disease. I can only talk about a disease I actually look into or study. So since I'm out of practice, let me clarify it again. I'm not planning to be a doctor. Don't plan to be one either. But, I'm just sharing what I know, hoping you would be an aid on top of what service you're already receiving and hoping it can be help to you. So not intended to replace any medical service or medical knowledge that you're already receiving. I'm just hoping to share my point of view from a psychic observation. Hopefully it will be a help to you as well. So anyway, let's go into it. When I was talking about disease, I mentioned this already. I group disease into three big categories. One is, physical. It's purely you got impact, virus, infection, or things like that. You got physical disease, which I don't want to get into it because I believe doctors are the expert. They are the one you should talk to, not me. Or then we talk about emotional disease and also spirit disease. In regard of Parkinson disease, I actually group it into emotional disease. Is whether the patient know or unaware what they are doing, but this is what I noticed, the consistency or the patterning of the similarity of the patient or client I've been dealing with throughout the years, including my father-in-law, who also recently suffered through the Parkinson disease, right? So I noticed the similarity of the patient who actually dealing with Parkinson disease seems to have something in common throughout my times of, consultation, is I realized they feel, not you, not outsider, they generally feel they are so much to do, but they have so little ability to do it. Does that make sense? So you to translate into the other word, it should be I'm not capable, but more I cannot. It's almost a feeling like I cannot do. Okay, that's terrible marketing. But you guys are used to, all those kind of things happen on my broadcast. So I'm just gonna let it be, let it ring a couple times. So let me rephrase myself. Usually they feel guilty. A guilty is not necessarily they are guilty, but they feel guilty. Like guilty come from they feel they should do more, but they feel so little within their power to do more. Does that make sense? I really hope this makes sense to you because I couldn't come up with a proper word either in Chinese or English to explain that feeling that they're going through. But I would say guilty is a very proper word of explaining it. Usually is when they feel how little within their ability to, okay, that's really good. Now I have to even take you all to answer the door. That is really big box. Yeah, do you mind? Yeah, just put it by the door. That's great. Holy, I kind of don't expect this, but I kind of. Okay. Yeah, just lean it against wherever is you find fit. Thank you so much. Holy. I don't need to sign anything? No?
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Okay, something obviously you have to answer the door for. So let me come back to this again. Okay, let me come back to this again. So what happened is people usually, for the people who are suffering through the Parkinson disease, usually they have certain guilt. The guilt may or may not be logical for people around them. You know, it might make sense to people, but most of the time it doesn't make sense. It's based on the understanding they feel they want to do more or they should do more, but they feel incapable to do more. You know what I mean? So that kind of resistance. So because based on that guilt, as I say, remember, because since it's emotional disease, your body will simply respond what your soul command. Because your soul start believing, I'm so incapable, I cannot do it, right? So then your body start to react that way. What does it does is it will start make your hand shaking, your body shaking. You simply cannot control it because to reflect the command you say, I can, I should do more, but I can't, you know, and I don't know how I can do more. So they continuously being consumed by that guilty feeling they are feeling with, you know. Let me say again, it may or may not make sense for people who live around them, but it's what their soul feel, how their soul command, right? So as the guilt continuously consuming them, you will see there will be more and more actions of failing them, such as they might have hard time seeing, they might have hard time hearing, they might have hard time standing. It's just because that they are simply very well consumed by the things, the emotion that they are not able to deal with, whether they are aware of it or not aware of it. But it is based on a very huge platform. They feel they ought to do more, but they are not able to do it, right? So that kind of self-guilt or self-reflect or self-doubt or whatever you call it, will continuously telling their body to respond the same. So that's why, if you understand, to deal with emotional disease, really, in my opinion, the best way to deal with emotional disease is really to face your emotion, especially those one that you bury down, especially those one that you have hard time sharing with people, right? Because it's really hard for anybody to be able to work with you or work for you or help you or anything. So no matter what disease I talk about, really the foundation is I do encourage you. I do suggest you guys to talk to people, especially those emotions like we all. It's not just you, we all, right? There's always darkest part of us we hide so well, afraid people to find out about us, right? There's such self-doubt, self-question or things like that. We just don't want people to know, right? What I'm saying is especially those feelings, deal with it, confront it, you know, talk to people about it, figure out a way you can really let those emotions go. Usually the moment you start relax and let go of that, you usually will find yourself getting better as well. So anyway, as I say, I'm not a doctor, but I just find consistency of the client that I've been dealing with and thought from my perspective, from being a psychic, this might be something you can work on if you happen to, you know, encounter this or having someone around you who is suffering through it. So hope that will give you guys a help. Again, if you like what I'm doing, sorry for so many interruptions on this broadcast, but I guess this is life, right? So again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website, ruowen.com. Till then, next time. Bye.